Hey there, this is Troy from Tate Fitness, and today I wanted to talk about, a drug that a lot of people don't really talk about too much, or it's not as famous or infamous in the bodybuilding industry or the fitness industry. It's a drug that I wanted to talk about that actually I think should be discussed because of the interest in it and the amazing structure of it, and that's MENT, M-E-N-T, MENT. Now, MENT, also known as Trestolone, is a 7-alpha 19-nortestosterone. Now, some history on Trestolone, or MENT. It was first introduced and came out in the 1960s is when they were making this compound, but it was never marketed. It was never put into the US market or the European market or marketed anywhere, But in the mid-1990s, a company called Sharing actually tried to distribute it and put it back on the market. And they try to use it as a male contraceptive, actually, and also an alternative to HRT or TRT, testosterone therapy treatment, for men that are actually hypogonadal. Now, the chemical structure of MENT, like I mentioned earlier, it's a 7-alpha methyl 19-nortestosterone, nondirone-derived steroid, very similar to nondirone decanate and trenbolone acetate, in a sense that it's part of the 19-nortestosterone or 19-nor group of steroids with the C-alpha methyl group, which makes it very anabolic and really, really androgenic in that sense. But contrary to believe, it's not very estrogenic on paper, but it creates very high estrogenic effects in the body. So you can still hold water, have signs of edema, and have all the estrogenic issues from this slight progestational steroid due to its non-dirone components, But like I said, even on paper though, efficaciously speaking, it doesn't seem to have that estradiol or estrogenic components, but it brings out in a predisposition on most people. Obviously genetics have a lot to do with this, and translation on how the Trestolone or the MENT actually works in their body, but it still has the big time edema issues in most people. That's one of the big side effects. And what makes it very androgenic is that C7a alpha methyl position that it's positioned in, which coincidentally makes it resistant to 5-alpha reductase. So it doesn't 5-alpha reduce into anything. It doesn't reduce into DHT or dihydrotestosterone. It doesn't 5-alpha reduce to dihydronondirone because it's not a reduced steroid. It doesn't have that component in it. But it still brings out the same, like I said, attributes and possibilities of ASIH, anabolic steroid-induced hypogonadism. It still has significant properties of, say, cutting off the hypogonadal axis, the HPTA axis, so it can bring signs of hypogonadism if you were to stay on this Trestalone for way too long. So it does downregulate that by cutting off the HPTA. So there's a slew of things and issues and side effects that can happen with Trestolone. But a lot of it's unknown because there hasn't been a lot of further studies on this component or on this drug yet. And that being said, since there's lack of studies in the whole layout of what MENT is and what it can really do and the possibilities of it, since it was never marketed and distributed, and it was more like a trial run thing for, like I said, for the male contraception thing or the HRT, hormone replacement therapy benefits of it trying to replace what testosterone does. They didn't realize how estrogenic and progestational that this compound can be with the slew of side effects. So that being said, if you want to know more information on MENT, please get in touch with me. Like I said, I'm not a doctor though. This is not like medical proof or medical science as far as me giving medical advice. This is just factual information on studies and information for you that can better assist you for your needs and benefits of a bigger, basically, library of information that you can achieve. So anyways, you can get in touch with me here on Instagram. my IG here, and also at the email below. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions to make my videos better. So definitely please leave comments in the comments section. Don't be afraid to do that. And take care, have a fantastic day, and thank you very much.